Yeah, I'm fine, yeah. You are? It is. I never really used this one, but I thought for the auction. It's a landline, but it's part of my digital hub, but it should be okay. Yeah, it'll be grand. Yes, I think so. You just sort of say, do you want to bid this or something, or yes I do, or something, or yeah. Yes. Okie dokie. Hopefully it'll go up in ones, not fives. Yes, that's true. Right. Yes, just in case the comms went absolutely, died. Oh, that's okay, yes. Super! Is it Meredith I'm talking to? Oh, hello then, that's great. All right, thank you very much then, that's smashing. What, sorry? They're withdrawn, are they? Oh, all right, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So, roughly, 2 o'clock-ish? But they're just before. Oh, 1:15, okay. Smashing. All right then, Meredith. Smashing. Bye. This is absolutely terrifying. Oh well, I've got 52 minutes within which to have a heart attack. No, it's all good fun. It's all part of life's rich tapestry. We must take chances in life, live dangerously, live boldly, do something every day that makes you scared. I want my mummy.
120. Your bid, sir. At 120. I wouldn't take you twice. At 120. 120. At 120,000. Looking for 5 now. At 120,000. Looking for 5. 120,000. 2. 122. 4. 6. 126. 126. 126. At 126,000.
And so the cottage has come into view. As you can see, I've got to make my way down this path. And you can just see the cottage in the distance there. It's a lot steeper than it looks. But anyway, let's get on. That's one end. There's a little path behind the house. And those are yew trees, and they could come down any moment, crashing down onto the roof. And you'll notice a little woodshed next to the cottage. All the windows have been boarded up. When I first saw the pictures of it, they weren't. That's the back of the house, and as you can see, the roots of the yew trees. But there's a useful gully there. I suspect I might have to coppice the yew trees rather than take them out altogether, because I think their roots are the only thing that are holding up the bank. But as you can see, it's in relatively good condition. Because there's a lack of guttering, water has sort of got in various places and got rid of the rendering, and therefore you see gaps like this and rotten wood. This will all have to be sorted out, but that line there is the extension, really. And the roof at that point is a lower level than the rest of the house. But as you can see, it's nicely nestled into the mountain, which is rather lovely, and cannot really even be seen from the road. You wouldn't know it was there at all. So let's just walk round. That's the end of the wood house, the outbuilding, and there's a bloody great tree. You can just see it there. That's going to have to come down. The roots will be undermining the foundations, I suspect. There's the front elevation, very attractive. It's a very long cottage. I believe it was 2 cottages originally, and now they are 1. And there's the door. And I had to rip the door, had to rip the boarded up door to get in. And it's absolutely dark, so unfortunately I brought along a torch. This house hasn't been occupied for 40 years or more, and you can see what a shambles it all is. Now this is the kitchen. That looks like a cool storage heater there. There's a very slim stairs going up. That panelling will probably all have to come out. Yeah, that's not looking too great, is it? And now we're in what was the sitting room, with 40s, 30s style furniture still sitting there. That'll all have to go. Nice beamage. And the floorboards appear to be in good condition upstairs, but that'll all have to go. Yes. Now we go through to another room. My accomplice is lighting the way. She is going before me. Look at all those rooks. Rooks build nests on the top of warm chimneys and just drop their twigs down, and they just keep gathering and gathering until the whole chimney is full. So all the twigs will have to be pulled out of the ingle nook. And there you can see up into the rafters. Now the wood is not too bad. All this is going to have to be gone and ripped out and sorted out. Look at the state of those walls. They'll all have to be rebuilt, I think. Now we're upstairs. And the master bedroom. No, it's not quite the master bedroom. This is one of 2 bedrooms. I've got a bit of, is it called Wapple and Daub and Waffle, or some name or something? I don't know. There's sort of a little passageway there in between. Again, you've got this ghastly panelling. I'm not sure what it conceals or what it does. It may have to go. You'll notice there's windows everywhere to the front elevation. That's good. So it should be letting in a bit of light, because you're not going to be getting any light from the Wattle and Daub. That's it. I think it's called Wattle and Daub. And anyway, and a nice little fireplace in the other bedroom. Built-in wardrobes. They'll all be ripped out and sorted out. It's all done in a rather ghastly sort of 60s, 70s way, but look at how dry the timbers are for a house that has been empty for so long. But windows everywhere. And it looks to me that they've got small little frames, which are rather beautiful, so that's nice. Well, they'll all have to be replaced. Everything will have to be done, and here we are again. Outside. This is looking forward now. There are trees in the way, but you're overlooking beautiful pasture land and mountains beyond. And there we are. I'm not sure whether that's the Slipperstones in the distance or the Welsh mountains, but you've got glorious, uninterrupted views for miles and miles. And now we're going along the track. Come with me as we sally forth. And if you keep going up here, you'll espy the old route inn. Now this is all going to have to be dug out. Going to have to get a digger in or do something. And there's a bloody great tree in the middle. So nothing can get down here. The post can't get down here. Amazon can't get down here. Tesco's can't deliver my groceries. I can't even get down here. But there we are. Bloody great tree. That'll have to be chopped up, cut into discs, and put on my fire. And going beyond, we just go up the track. Up the track, up the track. Nothing but nettles. Nothing but scrubland. And if we keep going, eventually, I'm hoping we should come to some form of gate. There's more views. It's all overgrown, you see, the track. The track actually is going up here. There's all gorse and stuff growing out of the track. But eventually it comes to the vehicular access. And there I think I'll leave it. I'll leave you those beautiful views over beautiful Shropshire. Well, as you may have ascertained or guessed, I did in fact buy the cottage in Shropshire. I had a fixed sum in mind, to which I'd worked out previously down to a £1 note. And the underbidder at the auction took me right to the end. It was toe to toe. We went down to the wire, and suddenly there was a voice on the other end of the phone saying, "The bid is with you. The bid is still with you." And in the background I could hear the auctioneer saying, almost going once, going twice. And I remember thinking, just put the bloody hammer down, would you, man? Anyway, he did. And the lady on the other end of the phone said, "Congratulations, you've bought your cottage." I couldn't believe it. It'd been the most terrifying day of my life. The actual waiting for the auction to start was extraordinarily difficult. I've never known anything quite like it, because large sums of money, of course, are being involved. But there's also any auction, even when I have bought antiques at auction, there's a certain amount of adrenaline running, and there is a certain amount of excitement and wanting against hope that you might just be successful in your bid. But invariably, like most auctions, it does go down to just two bidders in the end, and they have to slug it out between them. It's a test of nerve. Unfortunately, I had nerves of steel on that day. I had prayed to the Lord actually quite a lot prior to the auction that it might be within his will, and I'm still praying now that, having got it, that it is securely within his will that I should move there and renovate this old cottage. So this is really just an update to say I was successful. It's the most frightening thing I've ever done in my life. I look forward now to moving down. I shall probably have to live in a little shepherd's hut, because the house has been empty for some 40 odd years. It's still got a good roof. The chimneys look fine, and the walls look just about fine. Probably do need a little bit of doing up to both of the extremities, but the middle part of the house, the middle section, appears almost habitable. So I shall probably have to put a shepherd's hut or a caravan on site and a shipping container, and begin the work of renovation. There is actually no track down to it at the moment. There is a old track, but there are trees growing out of it, and it's very overgrown with scrubland. And so my next job really is to get a digger down there and scrape it all out and get some hardcore. But that's for another video. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Do subscribe, do like. I hope to see you on the next video. Well, it just remains for me to say, God bless. Take care. Into my heart an air that kills from yon far country blows. What are those blue remembered hills? What spires and what farms are those? That is the land of lost content. I see it shining plain, the happy highways where I went and cannot come again.